Farmer one more time. Quick start, kicks the legs into gear, turns, and Farmer is gone at the 30, the 20, 15, 10, 5. Tay Farmer
Touchdown!
with a 55-yard touchdown.
Today, it's about teamwork. It's about working hard. It's about having that discipline. It's about having that faith that you can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish.
Well, good evening, everybody. Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network. And let me just say this before I get started. The King is here, and you can find out who in just a minute. But let me give you some numbers real quick. Because when I give you these numbers, you might just get a clue. These are college numbers now, okay? College numbers. 5,719 yards, 67 touchdowns. 3-time All-American, 3-time first team, back-to-back national leading rusher. If you don't have it figured out by now, I know Jay Witt does, bro, right? Jay's got that figured out now, right? Please welcome into the studio. And it is an honor to have him here. He is the Florida Collegiate all-time leading rusher. Ladies and gentlemen, please, Rontavious Tay Farmer. Welcome, man. Cheer for it. That's right. That's what's up. That's what's up right there. I'm going to tell you right now, man, I have talked to you just about, if not every year of your college career, and you have hit every goal you have set to this point. I said, what do you want, Alan? I want to be the leading rusher. What do you mean? I want to be the leading rusher in the country. Okay. I'm just in amazement of how you attacked all of this. Let's start there. Take me through what you went through inside, in your head, in your mind, when you got that record.
First of all, to start that off, I'm going to say you really just got to believe in yourself. Like, if you're going to say it, you got to be about it. Like, and I would say shout out to my mom for she always told me, like, make sure you go out there, you pray. That's another reason you got to stay close to God. I pray every morning and night. And once I pray, I just feel like whatever I feel like is going to happen and I speak it into existence is going to happen. So that's why all the goals are really happening. And then leading up to the record, it's just like I feel like I deserved it. I put in the work every year. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm not talked about enough, so me breaking that record should have people notice that I'm really that.
I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. The whole situation pissed me off, personally, me, because I wanted to see more people. We're not talking about, and I don't mean any disrespect to my former home state of Maryland. I don't mean any disrespect to, I don't know, the state of New York, Ohio. You pick one, right? But we're not just talking about any old state. This is where they develop the best of the best, okay? And, I mean, when you go back and look at the guy that's sitting in third place, pretty good NFL career, wouldn't you say so?
I mean, Dalvin Cook.
Right? I mean, come on. So it really bothered me that this wasn't talked about far more than it was. And I can tell you this. I know this for a fact. Working my way around the county as I have and talking to people, everybody in this county, the week that you were getting ready had mentioned to me. I saw that about Tay on the Pittman. That's just great, man. Great. It was on everybody's mind when I talked to him. So I want you to know how proud this county is of you for that accomplishment. And not only for that, but, listen, you had opportunities. And I want to ask you this, too. You had opportunities to go elsewhere and play. Why did you stay at St. Thomas to do this?
First of all, loyalty. Like, when I got there, it was obviously a bad time with my pops passing away.
Right.
And as soon as I got there, they took me in and basically was looking out for me. And not even just like a couple weeks, like, okay, his dad passed away, now we're good. They were checking up on me year 1, year 2, year 3. And I'm also a firm believer in, like, being the first to do something so I could pave the way for others. Like, my whole motive with staying at Stu was just like, I'm going to be the first to go to the league, and I wanted to show the people behind me and actually everybody else, like, you don't have to go D1 to get noticed. You could go to another. You could go to JUCO, go to the NAIA. Like, as long as you're good, they'll find you. And I'm a firm believer in that saying because obviously I'm going to be proof, a couple months from now when I'm in the league. So
when did the thought? I know last year we were texting back and forth, and you said, I got a shot at this. When did you really realize you were going to do this? When did you know for sure you were going to do this?
Do what for
break this record? Set this. I mean, you shattered. You didn't break it. You shattered it.
I'm not gonna cap. I coming in freshman year, I wouldn't have believed this was gonna happen. But actually, after last season, I did my research. And I'm like, if I'm coming back, like I gotta do something that's gonna be memorable and something that's gonna be in history books. I'm doing my research. I'm like, whoa, I'm 688 yards away. I can come back and do that in like 5 games. You feel me? But it took me a minute because I got hurt one game. I had to, take a game off. But after doing my research, it's like, okay, I know my abilities, what I'm capable of. I can go do this. It's nothing.
Your mom, your dad, pops, and I used to love talking football with your father. It was great. I mean, I see like social media now, and I know he's not been gone a long, long, long time, but it seems like forever ago. And you see social media now, and you see a lot of the older guys on there that talk, about a lot of the things your pops used to talk about in terms of youth football, high school football, college football. And he always told truths, facts and truths. And that's why I love talking to him, because he'd tell me just like it was. He'd get in my butt every once in a while. He's like, "Nah, you're spending too much time up there. You need to bring your butt down here, And so I used to love talking to your dad, and I love the way that not only did he promote you guys, but he promoted the sport as well. And he always wanted what was best for you guys and all the kids, really, to be honest with you. So from youth football to high school, as you look back, what are some of the things that stick out to you? Some of the things that you drew on in college to get you through from Pops?
Boy, it's a lot from Pops, but not even like, besides football, just him making me, like, at a young age, just telling me stuff that you're supposed to tell, like, a 12-year-old. Like, he's maturing me at a young age. Also my mom, but just from my dad, like I was being taught, I'm 8 years old, I was being taught like a 15-year-old, knowing how to do the dishes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, cleaning up and chores and stuff. But in the football world, it's just like, you have to go out there, back what I said, just being confident. He helped me with the confidence as well. And just, raising me the right way.
You have an opportunity now. Well, before I get to that, let me ask you this. You recently published a letter thanking everybody, and laying out what's coming next for you. As you're writing this thing out, what's going through your mind? Because that is your I'm going to the NFL draft letter, okay? You only get to write one of those. Yeah. What are you thinking about?
I'm being honest. I wrote that this January. I was ready, Alan.
You were ready?
No, I need to do this now. I already know the type of season I'm finna have. So I remember I was just in my dorm room, like, seeing other people declare, and I'm like, dang, I'm only a season away. Let me get started now.
Right.
I'm just typing them. While I'm typing, it's like, dang, bro, I can't wait. Can I just skip 8 months from now? Like, I'm ready. And then finally, like, putting the final touches on it and posting it. I couldn't even post it with my phone blowing up, because as soon as I posted it, my family members called me, you know what I'm saying? We on a group chat. While I'm in the call, it's like notifications coming back and forth. I'm like, oh, my God, I couldn't even soak in the moment, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But as soon as I got off the phone with them, I was just sitting there like,
it's real.
You feel me? Like, yeah, this is crazy, man.
It's real. You have been, at St. Thomas, you've had NFL teams come down, and, you have to talk about which ones, but you have begun to become a part of the process.
For sure.
And what have you learned from, like, what do you learn about when an NFL team comes in and they talk to you? What do they want to know? What do they want you to do? What are they asking of you?
First of all, I would say NFL don't play no games. They do their research on every little thing.
Oh, yes, sir.
Most of the coaches came in. They want to know my background history, what my family's like, what I do outside of football, if I got a girlfriend. Like,
Right.
I done met a scout. He was like, "You got a girl?" And that just threw me off. I'm thinking we're talking about balls. So I'm like, a girl? Nah, I ain't even into all that right now. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they do their research. They talk about, obviously, the positives I got in my game and also the negatives that I need to work on. So by the time I get to a certain, whatever team pick me up, I should already be leveled up on everything part of the game, like receiving and blocking, stuff like that.
When I look at your career, I feel like that if there were a blueprint to do this the right way, you did it.
Facts.
In terms
Appreciate
of, I mean, especially now, and with what student athletes are, and I'm not going to put the onus on them because I don't believe it's, look, it is colleges, it's coaches, it's recruiters, it's, the NIL, it's the money, it's the corporations, it's the businesses. And I get all that. And I'm glad that student athletes and guys like yourself can be benefactors of that. But I just look at your blueprint and how you were able to block certain things out and stay focused. I'm telling you, just aren't a lot of people that can do that, no matter how damn good they are.
Right.
How did you focus and stay straight and narrow through all of that?
I got to go back to my mom and dad. They installed that into me when I was young. Like, just even, like, playing the games as a kid, I couldn't play the games until, like, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday because obviously that's going to distract me from football in school. So I think I was being taught that at a young age, just lock in on what's important. You know what I'm saying? And then I just took that all the way to where I am now, and obviously it's working. You know what I'm saying? So another shout out to my mom and dad.
Now your brother went through the recruiting process. He's in now. When you look at, what did you tell him? What advice did you give him? Or did you just let him live it, make his mistakes, correct them, and move on?
I was kind of like 50-50, to be honest. Like, at first, I was telling him, like, don't go where the hype is at. Like, go where you think you're going to be, you know what I'm saying, celebrated, where they're going to use you, not for just your name.
Right.
Just go over there just for no reason. And then the other 50 of that is, like, he's a grown man, you know what I'm saying. Whatever decision he's going to make it to the fullest. And we got the wisdom and enough thought to, like, understand if we made a mistake so we can move forward from that.
Now, you got to play with your older brother. You got to play with your older brother then. Now, how was that?
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. I ain't going to lie. I ain't going to say I took it for granted, but it's definitely some moments I should have soaked in more. But I'm definitely thankful to play with him since my freshman year of high school. You know what I'm saying? It's just a blessing. Like, that don't happen every day. So
No, it does not.
I'm going to miss it for sure. And, like, you never know. We might be on the same NFL team.
Right.
That's the goal. You know what I'm saying? But as far as how many years we played together, it's definitely a blessing.
All right, let's go back because you were always and still are a tremendous fan of West Melbourne Youth Football.
Yeah.
You absolutely love West Melbourne Youth Football. And I ask you this question all the time. And, I look at, like Coach Palmer right now is the president of West Melbourne Youth Football. And I know the men and the players and the coaches, and I know what makes it, but it's always been that way. What made you so fond of it, and your mom and your dad so fond of West Melbourne Youth Football?
I think it's just the culture. Like, it's real love. Like, no matter whatever mistakes you make, like, they're gonna lean towards you and show love. Like, no matter what happens, nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way the organization is ran. Like, everything is like prep like high school, prep like college. Everything is this, and this. Not gonna be around it. So, like, and obviously for me, another shout out to my one of my younger coaches, Coach Harold.
Yeah.
I played with him when I was 8 and 9. He taught me how to be a grown man at a young age. And he got me closer to God, making it mandatory to pray after practice, making it mandatory to pray after games, before and after games. So it's like doing all that at a young age is really prepping you for the real world. So that's the shout out for real.
Heritage. I want to talk about your heritage years because I know you're fond of them.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about your heritage years and about that because you had some great coaches there as well.
Sure. It's definitely no bad blood with Heritage at all. Even though I didn't graduate from there, I enjoyed my 3 years there. Shout out to Coach Ainsley. He definitely gave me a shot at varsity as a freshman.
Right.
He threw me in the fire, and he let me play my game. Like, he's a great great coach.
Did you
He's a
feel
great
like,
coach.
and I know your dad kind of felt this way because we talked about this. We specifically talked about this, and he said the same thing. He said, "I don't mean nothing against Heritage. I love Heritage. I love Coach Ainsley." He said, "But I want him to. He wanted you to go play with at Cocoa. He wanted you to go play with guys that were going to go and do big things and play in college and all. And not that they didn't inherit, because they do, but." I mean, if we're being honest here, Tay, I mean, there is a tremendous gap and has been for quite some time between Cocoa and the rest of the programs. So, what did you learn at Cocoa, and talk about your experience there?
It was a good experience too, even though like what kind of messed it up was COVID. 'Cause
Right.
We were playing in the county, but I learned that was like another college. Like practice, everything gonna be ran on the script. You don't get with the script, you're gonna get left behind. And I had a good experience at Cocoa too. There's no bad blood. Obviously, things happen the way it happened, but I was thankful to be able to put my abilities and showcase my talent at another school, which is obviously one of the biggest schools or the best school in the county at the time, and still, and to play Cardinal Gibbons in the playoffs. Obviously, it didn't happen the way it wanted to happen, but.
That wasn't your guys' fault. You guys had to play in county all year. You guys didn't see nothing like that until you got to the playoffs.
And I got hurt that game.
Yeah, that's right.
It definitely would have been different. But I was thankful for the opportunity to play at a bigger school.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And I thought it was a great decision. And you still scored one of my favorite all-time touchdowns in the Barbecue Bowl.
Yeah, that was tough.
On the breakaway, man. That Barbecue Bowl touchdown. Because I never got to call. I can remember I never got to call one of your touchdowns. I've got to call your touchdowns, but not from a distance like that.
It was tough.
So, yeah, I enjoyed that. I really did. Here with Rontavious Tay Farmer, who is going to be preparing for the National Football League draft. Yes, let me say that again, the NFL draft. Now, I know this is all sunk into you, but I want, before we move on to that portion of it, tell me about St. Thomas. Tell me about your coach there and about playing there and taking that next step. What was that like for you?
Talking about St. Thomas, that's like a whole nother ball game. Like, I'm obviously going to be an alumni. I'm going to come back whenever I want to. You know what I'm saying? The coaches show real love. Like, I get treated like a celebrity there.
Right.
Like, I'm not to be cocky, but I'm that man.
It's well earned.
I'm that man for sure at that school. And, I mean, that's really what it is.
When you looked up, and here's what I knew, right? Because it's funny because I was watching the game online, right? And I think we had like a regional final volleyball match, and they're broadcasting, and we got the phone here, and we're watching you, and I seen the video. Remember, they played a little tribute video for you on the board.
Yeah.
And look, I don't know anybody else that got a tribute.
That's what I'm saying. They ain't like that everywhere else. So, hey, it's dumb love at St. Thomas for sure.
Tell me about your coach there. Tell me about what coaches influenced you there.
Definitely my head coach. He obviously gave me an opportunity, and he always, like, to this day, he's still looking out and trying to help as much as he can with not even just football, just life, just checking up on me and stuff like that. My recruiter, Coach Everson, he's the reason I'm there, and he gave my brother an opportunity when he had no opportunity at all during COVID. So shout out to him. And two more shout outs to my strength and conditioning coaches, Coach D and Scola. They're tough love since freshman year.
I see it, man.
Yeah, tough love since freshman year. My freshman year, I didn't really like them because it's like, you know how tough love is. Like,
right.
They're going to tell you what you don't want to hear, but you need to hear it. And it took me a couple of years to like mature and like understand what they're saying. But now I definitely see the bigger picture. So shout out to them.
Last time you sat here, we talked about maturity.
Yeah.
And we talked, it was either a video or you were here, and we talked about maturity and, and about how I feel like when your playing days are done, you need to be on one of these because I think you have the talent to do it and be a color commentator or a play-by-play guy or whatever it is you choose to do. I think you absolutely it's a process, though, isn't it? Because you just don't walk in as a mature guy. Yeah. Was there a moment or two or three in college that you go, man, I just got to mature and do this? And if you want to share, do you remember what they were?
If I'm being honest, I think it happened before college. Obviously, it's sad, but going back to how my dad passed away.
Right.
And a week later, I'm going to college. Like, I had no choice but to mature and grow up, or I wasn't going to be ready for the real world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that happening, like I said last time, as bad as it sounds, it happened at the right time.
Right.
Because I'm going to do something that I love, and it's like legal violence. I could take my anger out on the field. I could do whatever I want.
That's
you know
exactly
what I'm saying?
right.
But that definitely changed my life for not the better, but like maturity-wise, I definitely matured.
It opened up the floodgates because it was like everything mom and dad had told you had to come in, right?
Exactly. Yeah, my point. Yeah,
they had to come in, and then you got to sort it out. And I'm sure there were moments for you, and there probably still are moments for you where you have to sort some things out. But man, you have done I mean, you're a great man, and I absolutely am so proud of having watched you come up through the years. Okay, so the next process in this part, this is, I mean, just when you think, you go from youth football to high school, and you're like, all right, this is real now. Then you go from high school to college, you're like, this is real now. They don't get no more realer than this. Okay, I mean, this is it right here, right? So, kind of take me through what you need to do now to get yourself ready to play in the National Football League, because I know that's where you're going to be.
For sure. Just keep doing what I'm doing. Just work out 24/7.
How, though? Like, what's the process going to be for you?
I think I'm going to have to focus on a couple of my negatives, like blocking, because if I'm a running back, I'm going to have to be blocking DNs like Myles Garrett and TJ Watt and stuff like that. So.
Oh, yeah, they're coming.
Yeah, I'm already knowing. So, obviously getting bigger, you know what I'm saying? That's my goal. I want to get at least 200 pounds.
Right.
The Raven Scout came to my practice, and that's what he mentioned. So, like, for him to say that, that's the only thing he want me to improve on. It's like, bet, I'm finna go do that. So,
we were talking before we went on air, and I was watching, we're recording this on a Sunday. I was watching Justice Hill run today. Saw a lot of similarities there. Obviously, I know now that you're getting ready to go into the NFL. Do you watch NFL running backs? And if you do, is there one or two that you really focus on?
Right now, Saquon Barkley is going crazy.
Yeah, he's going nuts. He's sick.
Yeah, for sure. But I watch Le'Veon Bell, even though he's not playing, like, because we got unique.
I interviewed Le'Veon once. I'll send you the link.
That's tough. But I try to take some of his game, like with him being patient and stuff like that, because obviously I'm a small back. I can't just hit the hole.
Right.
Henry. So I just wait for that hole to open up just a little bit, and I'm small, so I can just go right through it. So Le'Veon Bell for sure.
So you got to get bigger. You got to. When do you start meeting, or does that just happen throughout this entire next 2-month process? You just meet with teams and
I'm assuming it's gonna happen probably as soon as I get back.
Yeah,
January, February, because obviously the pro days March, April. So
right.
I'm ready.
And you're ready to go.
I'm ready.
Yeah. I mean, my God, I cannot believe this. This is just awesome, man. Did you have a favorite NFL team growing up? Do you have? Who is it?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Yeah, Eddie George?
No, Chris Johnson.
Chris Johnson.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Chris Johnson days. I hear you.
Sure.
I can see that. I can definitely see that. So let me ask you this. What advice do you have? And I ask you this all the time, but another recruiting class has turned over in high school. So I'm going to ask you a two-part question here. First part is, what advice do you have for these college guys out here who aren't getting those D1, D2 offers? Because you did really well. What would you tell them?
Just go. Just whatever opportunities you get, go and take it and make the most out of it. And stay with God. God's going to help you all the way. And you just pray and believe in your abilities to go out there and be the best player you can be. It's going to happen. Obviously, the saying is like, what's the saying? Oh, dang, I forgot.
That's all right.
Yeah, but go where you got the opportunity and make the best of it.
I got you. We're getting ready to come up on the holidays here. Well, we are in the holidays here. We're past Thanksgiving. Christmas is, 10 days away, 9 days away today. And I know because my mother passed away at 54, my dad passed away at 61. So I know that the holidays can be tough at times, but yet your family still bonds you together and pulls you together. What do you like to do at Christmas time? What do you do at Christmas time?
I be with the family. Like my sister, shout out to Quan, she come up with all types of crazy games on Christmas or Christmas Eve.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that this year, making a couple dollars off to some games.
I got you.
Stuff like that. I'm like, every year, like, I'm looking forward to Christmas, like, I'm trying to win it all. I don't care what sibling I'm going against. You know what I'm saying? So
I got
I'm
you.
ready for that next
Well,
week.
I hear you. Now, what kind of games we talking about? Or do you know yet? What kind of games we talking
I
about?
don't know the names, but the games be like creative. Like we done broke a table trying to win the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's get like that for real. So
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm telling you, I'm ready.
That's
I can't wait.
I like that competitive, and that's why all of y'all are successful because of that competitive nature right there. No doubt about it. So how do you relax, man? Because you do a lot, you train a lot. Football's on your mind 24/7, 365. But you got to wind down. You got to put it out sometimes. And every great player I've ever talked to has told me, especially retired guys, you got to find a way to put the game aside sometimes and do you. How do you do you?
This whole week kind of been like one of the only times I've been able to relax. This whole week I just been laying on the couch, and the week of relaxation is over.
Right.
Starting tomorrow, I got to get back to work because my mom been on me every day. You just going to lay down all day and eat? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
And I'm sitting here like, this is my only week to relax. I'm good. But in my head, I'm like, baby, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow, I can't even give you a full answer because I'm back to work tomorrow. So
right. And there it is. I think, was it you or your brother? I can't remember. The video, you still play Madden and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's how I unwind. Yeah. Where do you what did you get from an off the football field perspective here now? So when your days are done, what do you want to do?
Something football related. I want to be a coach, a trainer.
You
kind of want to be a motivational speaker.
I can see that.
I remember fall camp, the seniors had to go on the stage with the captains, and I was just giving them a rundown of how I am the way I am, like because of my life of passing on my dad and stuff. And
right.
A lot of players after that said that motivated them and stuff like that. And that made me feel good. So I'm like, damn, I'm doing something right. It don't have to be football. I could just talk to people and, you know what I'm saying, give them a bigger picture to keep going.
I got to tell you, man, it has truly been an amazing. And I know I keep saying that, but
no, you good.
I mean, it's just again, and you've been watching his highlights and the pictures, and we've put the letter up a couple of times. But to say this is unbelievably impressive. 5,719 yards. Okay. 67 touchdowns. He is the all-time leading rusher in the state of Florida. Oh, by the way, that just happens to be one of the best states in the country for football. Back-to-back national leading rusher. 3-time All-American. 3-time first-team All-Conference. 2023 Sun Conference Offensive Player of the Year. 2024 Sun Conference Back of the Year. The accolades. Where do you put, do they give you certificates, awards, things like that? Where do you put all these things?
I actually just put that in my room. I'm gonna send you a picture after this.
Yeah, do that.
Like every time I wake up, a little to my right, it's right there. I just put it up.
I got you. Now, and even if you don't sign with them or don't play for them, when you leave here today, I'm gonna have you sign this football right here, or I'm gonna have you sign my other Ravens football because I definitely want. I'm definitely getting some autographs here. Let's talk about high school football now because it's changed so much since you graduated. It's crazy when you look at it now and the opportunities that these guys have now. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy, Tay. What do you think about all this?
I think it's sadly it's low key ruining the fun of the game. A lot of people just go somewhere to get money and they don't really care about football no more. Like the game is getting boring. Obviously, money is great, but you're taking a love away from the sport because it's less competitive. You see that in the league too.
Oh yeah.
People get paid. They just don't play the same. So I wouldn't even say high school. I would just say every level. Where money is involved, is hurting.
I'd be interested to hear your pop's take on how they tackle now. You know how they just throw the shoulder tackle.
I used to watch. I seen film of old football back in the day.
Right.
People in a Pro Bowl getting killed, getting hit hard.
Getting hit hard, right? Right.
No
doubt about it.
Touch.
What? All right. The camera's all yours right now. I know that What do you want to tell Brevard? Who do you want to give shout outs to? Because you're getting ready to go do this, and believe me, you don't want to be bothered, and so who do you want to tell? Who do you want to talk to out there? What do you want to tell them?
Just family. So starting off with my mom. Appreciate you for everything, for holding it down ever since Pops passed away. Being that strong, intelligent woman to tell everybody else to keep going in the family, even though like you lost your other half. That's tough.
That's motivation
for real. Like, and then she just owned a house. She just purchased a house a couple months ago. That's another motivation for me to like get up, because she gets up at 3:00 every morning. And I'm complaining about getting up at 5:00 every morning, and I'm younger than her, so that's motivational for real. Then I'll go to my sister, my first one, Quan. She's in the building too. She definitely is one of my, if not my biggest supporter. Like whatever game, if it's far, she gonna find a way to find it on YouTube, whatever website it's on. Like just showing support and being there whenever I need somebody to talk to. And also my other sister Nari, she's the same way. We met. That's her wife. We met about 3 or 4 years ago, and ever since she came into the family, nothing but love and support and being there for me whenever I need it. My brothers, start off with Kurt. Me and him, we don't talk as much, but that's still my brother for real. Like, he another one that's supporting since day one. He's definitely going to be there. I'm going to take him wherever I go when I make it. Richard, my other brother, that's not really mentioned a lot because he's not into sports, but he's a singer. So him just still being supportive. That's my birthday twin, so you know what it is. We still locked in. Rashard, the one I played with in college, shout out to him. He actually helped me stay in college. So my freshman year, my third day of fall camp, I'll never forget. I woke up. It's 5:00 in the morning. I'm looking at my phone. And I'm like, man, I had my mom on speed dial. I cannot make this up. I'm like, man, I can't do this. He got up. He's like, man, come on, bro. You tripping? Come on, bro. We're supposed to do this for Dad. Like, come on.
He was ready to go.
And I'm like, all right, bro. I closed my phone. And I just went. And ever since that, it's been up. So
without that, you're gone.
I probably would be here doing something pointless.
Be with me in the booth.
Yeah, for sure. And, last but not least, my little brother, for sure, Dede. Me and him been locked down. I'm not even gonna say that. I was gonna say that's my closest sibling.
Right. Yeah, you get yourself in trouble.
It's always like the closest one. Me and him, we basically were supposed to be twins, even though we're 3 years apart. Like, we do everything the same. We kind of look the same. Well, I don't think we look the same for real no more.
Right. No, not anymore.
We look the same. And, I hope he's doing good at West Virginia. Obviously, a few years
free
from now,
him up there, would you?
Yeah,
give him them ball.
At least in the bowl game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But also 2 more. My bad, it's a long shout out, but 2 more. My godparents, I would say my godmom. I never shout her out. I forgot. She's definitely one of my biggest supporters too, and being there whenever I need her, and especially my goddad, same way. He's been there. Well, they both been there since Little League, just showing their support for me as a young child. And whenever I need somewhere to go, if like my main parents not there, they're always there with their door open. And it's a couple people I forgot to mention. I'm sorry, but in immediate family right now. And just shout out to everybody that's been supporting me on Facebook and other apps, and just telling y'all proud of me. Like, that saying that you're proud of, or I'm proud of you, that does a lot. And I'm just telling y'all, like, the I'm proud of you part does a lot, and I really appreciate y'all. And yeah, that's that. And I appreciate you for letting me, you know what I'm saying, because I'm an NAIA player. We don't get too much love. You show love every year.
Man, I don't care if you're NAIA or, Division I, man. What you did, and you know me, I just don't see that. I see the player, and I'm a really good judge of talent. I know I am. I know I am, and you the guy down there, right? I know what I see. Okay, and I know that you got a future, and I'm gonna tell you, I admire you, and I admire you because you're gonna go play a position that took a serious downturn in terms of what the position was thought of in the league, and now all of a sudden people are finding out we can't really do without running backs anymore, right? And so I think a player of your talents, your maturity, your knowledge, and even what you can offer is going to be very beneficial to an NFL team, and I look forward to watching you work yourself into a starting lineup, because if it's based on work ethic, if it's based on talent, and if it's based on push, you'll be there.
Facts.
You got a spades.
Yes,
You'll be there. There's no doubt. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
yes,
no
sir.
doubt, man. Always love talking to you. And I'm gonna try, and I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but I'm gonna try, and I'm almost positive I can. I'm gonna try and find the interview, and I'm gonna play a clip of it if I can find it. It'll be right after this interview ends of when I interviewed you and your brother over at VRP during COVID. You remember that?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see if I can find that, and it's just amazing. In terms of interviewing everything, the difference then and the difference now. It's a pleasure talking to you. I love you, man, and good luck to you. And
appreciate it.
your family is an inspiration because it reminds me of mine too. My mother, my mother was single. My father left her when, they split up when I was 10, and she worked 15, 16, 17 hours a day. And, she used to tell me, I ain't got time to, walk you hand in hand. Either you're going to learn to be responsible or you ain't. And that's just the way it was. And so I can appreciate that. And it sinks in. You got no choice. But thank you, man.
Appreciate it. Yes,
Absolutely. Oh, man, I've been looking forward to this. Well, he said, we were texting the other day, and he said, I said, well, when are you home? And he said, I'm home now. I was like, no, you're going to get in the studio. We got to get you in the studio right now. And I said, don't even text me to confirm. Of course, he did, because that's just the kind of guy he is. But I can't thank him enough. And thank Caleb for setting all this up. And I'm going to tell you, be on the lookout here on an NFL team near you when spring camp opens up. I believe it'll be in May. May. Spring camp's open because this guy is going to be donning an NFL jersey. For Rontavious Tay Farmer, I'm Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network.
Take us through the process of making and it's a tough decision anytime you want to decide that you want to go play somewhere else. God has blessed this state with the ability to do that, and I think for the most part it works out for a lot of you young men and women that take advantage of that. Why the transfer from Heritage to Cocoa?
Well, first of all, changing in life is always going to be hard, but, I felt like it was better for me to, have a better chance to go at a D1 college or a D2 college. Just me, bettering my future in life, because, there's a tradition at Cocoa with some players that used to play there that's actually in the NFL right now, like Jawan Taylor, Gardner at the Saints. So, I want to follow into that tradition, and I feel like that's the best spot.
Farmer one more time. Quick start, kicks the legs into gear, turns, and Farmer is gone at the 30, the 20, 15, 10, 5. Tay Farmer.
Touchdown!
With a 55-yard touchdown.
Today, it's about teamwork. It's about working hard. It's about having that discipline. It's about having that faith that you can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish.